This is your one and only FireSpark81 with your daily dose of video goodness, and today I'm going to teach you one trick you can do to absolutely dominate in V-Rising. Let's get to it. So V-Rising is 100% designed around all skill-based shots. So you need to line up with whatever target you are fighting or attacking and make sure you land that shot, predicting where the target's going to be, and so on and everything that comes with that. And because there's no lock-on ability or anything like that, you need to constantly move your camera to keep the target in your focus when this stuff is just running around the map. This can get crazy during boss fights, and I imagine it gets even more crazier during PvP matches. However, one downside to this game is that the camera rotation is at a fixed rate, and there appears to be no slider in the options menu to adjust how quickly you can move your camera. Now, I know this can be adjusted if you increase your mouse DPI, if you got a super fancy mouse that can do that. Not everybody has a mouse like that, and also that's going to increase all mouse movements and not just your camera rotation movements. But never fear, I found a way to actually increase the rotation speed of your camera, and it's relatively easy to do, and today I'm going to teach you how to do it. So you want to go into Steam, you want to right click on V-Rising, go down to Manage, and then select Browse Local Files. This is going to take you to wherever you have V-Rising installed. From there, you are going to double click on V-Rising Data, then double click on Streaming Assets, then double click on Settings. The file you are looking for and the file that you want to open is the input settings.json file. Now for me, this will default open with Notepad++. You want to just open this in whatever Notepad program you have. You can just use the default Notepad program for Windows. That'll work just fine. Once you get it open, it's going to look like this. Now you want to scroll down and look for where it says rotate camera X, and then right below that should say rotate camera Y. You will see where it says modifier, and then you will have a value of 1.0. You can see mine are set at 2.5. Note that I don't think you can go above 2. I think there's some type of hard cap here that stops you from going above 2. I've increased it up to 4, and I can't really tell a difference between 2.5 and 4, so I think that it stops at 2. I've also tested it all the way down to 0.1, and that basically stops all camera movement altogether. I mean, it'll move, but it's really slow. I did this so that I could verify that this is indeed affecting my camera movement. So as I stated, yours should be defaulted at 1.0, and then you can go through and adjust this to whatever you want. Once you have it set to whatever number you want it set to, then you need to save that file. And then if you are already in V-Rising, you need to reload V-Rising. You can't see any type of change while V-Rising is active. You have to restart the game if you are in the game while making these changes. If you made these changes and you are not in the game, once you start it up, you should see the changes. There's a bunch of other stuff in here as well that you cannot access in the game that you can change in here if you want. For example, the ability to transfer an item using a different button other than your right mouse button. You can see here it is mouse button 1 is what it's bound to now. So if you wanted to change that to, I don't know, whatever you would want to change it to, you can rebind that to a different key just by putting whatever key you want to put in there in between those quotation marks. Okay, and that's pretty much it for this one. This is just one I wanted to get out there because having your camera rotation locked to a default speed is absolutely terrible, and it's extremely slow. And one of the first things that I had to do once I started to really get into the combat for this game was find a way to speed it up because, oh my God, it's dreadful at its default speed. So I've been playing with mine at 2.5. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure that 0.5 makes a difference. I think it's locked to 2, but having it maxed out is a far sight difference than the default setting. So there you go. Hopefully you found it helpful and informational. If you did, consider hitting the subscribe button and notification bell so you can be notified when I upload other helpful videos. I want to give an absolute massive shout out and thank you to my supporters on Patreon for making this episode possible. Y'all are absolutely amazing people. If you'd like to join my elite crew of Patreon supporters, please check out the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. If you're shy, you don't like to comment, just hit that thumbs up button and show your support. Until next time, thanks for watching.